And then they tell her, you have to get ready now, because after today will be a big change like you never seen before. And tomorrow, you wake up, he's not going to be in that same bed. Tomorrow, after work, you wait and he'll come in the door and have supper ready for him. He won't be coming in that door tomorrow. And there will be no plate to be set for him. You're on your own now. You have to get ready for the big change. And you have to accept that change, because if you don't, you will obstruct your husband's journey. Because all these years he sweated, working hard, so you can have a house, a roof over your head, and a food to feed to your kids and to him. He sweated and worked hard, so you won't go without. He deserves a reward. And now that he's passed, he's going to the next world where he doesn't have to work and sweat anymore. So don't deprive him of the happiness of that relaxation of the next world. That's why you have to find the power to let him go. Because if you cry and you don't let him go, he'll stop going to the next world, somewhere in the middle, and he tries to come back, and he can't find peace, and you won't find peace either. So let him go. We forewarn you today, let him go. If you love him, let him go. And that's the hardest thing to do, but you must do. And now he says to her, now you're free from the obligation of marriage. Because when you married him, how many years ago, you said, until one of us dies, the marriage will be. Until one of us leaves, the marriage is done. And now it's done. He's gone. And you fulfilled it, your pledge and your promise. And they tell her. Then the next one, they talk to all the kids, the boys of that man's kids, the boys and the girls. And when they talk to the kids, they say, now today, we didn't plan this day. It was your dad got us all together. The one you call him daddy. You were used to him when you were little kids. He's always with you. Every day you see him. Every day he's got food, bringing food back so you won't get hungry. And when your shoes got a hole in it, he's the one finding money so you can get a new shoes. You need a new clothes, he's the one work hard so you'll have a new clothes. Him and your mother work hard together so you can grow. When you need a scolding, your daddy is the one that scolded you. And every time he had to scold you, his heart got broke. Because you were his precious, most precious. And he have to holler at you. He have to scold you. And it broke his heart every time. But he wanted you to be strong and he wanted you to have a good life. So he did it. So you can grow. And so now he says, whenever you did something good, he was there to congratulate you and cheer you on. You did great. Hug you and kiss you or whatever. And so to all you kids, I tell you that tomorrow that will never be again. You'll be on your own. Only is left your mother is left. Your daddy's got to go on a journey. But you have to let him go too. You can't hold on to him, because if you do, he'll come back and he can't go to the next world in peace to see his mother and father and grandma and grandpa. You will obstruct his journey. He's going to worry about you, and he'll be upset. And you will be upset because you did this. So find the power and let it go. Let him go and wish him well. In a few days, you will wipe your tears. and your sisters and brothers that are left, and your mama. Rally around your mother and your brothers and sisters and love each other like you never loved before. And that love that you will give to each other will give you the power to go through this crisis and help you to heal. And everything will be okay. And then he goes on, he talks to the nephews and the nieces. Then he talks to all the cousins the same way. Then he talks to the grandchildren and great-grandchildren, to aunts or uncles, whoever's left, he talks same way till he finishes. That's when now they finish. That's called the funeral day at the house, the speech in the short form. And then when they finish that, they close this and he leads them to the longhouse. Now he's got another family at the longhouse. And they have to talk there to that family. And that's where they say the same thing that I just got through saying, except this time they say that to the chiefs. Because the chiefs, to us, is like our father. All the chief is like our father. Then they got to talk to all the clan mothers, because the clan mothers is like all of our mother, because that's why they're clan mother. And us, we are the children of the nation. So that clan mothers is our mother in the bigger sense. And then he's going to talk to all the faith keepers, because when all the ceremonies was going on throughout the years, they say he was always at the longhouse cutting wood, making sure there's lots of wood. He was always hauling water, make sure the floor is clean, all the ceremony ground clean. Anytime clan mother faith keeper asked him, he was right there, ready to service, make sure ceremony goes on. And so they tell him they have to let him go. And the next ceremony, not to wait for him, that others will take his place and to accept that. And they go on. Then they talk to all the lacrosse players, all the medicine ball game players, every society he belonged to, they address them. And then they address all the people of the nation, even the people that goes to social dance where he used to dance. They address them too and get them ready to let go until the whole nation lets go. And that's what they do at the longhouse. It goes longer than I'm just making short. And then from there, they take him to the graveyard. But before, I want to tell you, this is a speech that helped me a lot in an ancient language. And here's what my grandfather said when he ran the funeral one time that changed my life in my view of death. Now I'm not afraid of death anymore. I was when I was a kid. And I thought it was most cruel, because to me, somebody died, they throw them in the ground and they throw dirt on top of them. And I thought, geez, that's cruel and that's awful cold. I used to say, I hope nobody does that to me someday. I'll stand right up, I throw it right back on them. When I was a teenager, that's what I used to think. Of course, I grew up, so I don't think that anymore. But what helped me is my grandfather, and here's how I'm going to share with you what he said. Ona wa gahewe ne chidawa nok and chidawa hi tawoyak. That's what he said. That helped me. It's like somebody, I was in a dark room and all of a sudden somebody turned the light on and it made me understand about everything. Let me translate it to you, what that means. Onewa gahewe means the time has now come. Nechidawanuk, the one that we love. Ona chidawahi tawoyak. Now we will get the garden blanket of Mother Earth and wrap his body. That means we're going to bury him. And no longer does it throw dirt on it and coal. Now it's the guardian blanket of Mother Earth that we will gently wrap his body because we love him. And back to Mother Earth forever he will have comfort. And I'll never cry after that like a broken heart. Only cry from lonesomeness that I will miss him. A different tear. And no more fear. And that's why I share it with you.